Hello, Lightworker, and welcome to the Lightworker family channel. This video is on the topic of how your relationships are shifting, changing, morphing, being released, new relationships coming in within 2025, what you are experiencing currently and what you can expect to continue to experience. And this video is to piggyback on the video where I share how we are experiencing a new soul identity due to cosmic shifts in 2025. So make sure to watch that video first. I will link that in the description box below. In essence, when we cultivate a new soul identity, we change. We change on a cellular level. We change the imprint of our expression. We change how we behave. We become a new version of self, and therefore this deeply impacts how we relate to others, how we relate in life in every way, shape, and form. And so we are seeing major shifts in especially romantic partnerships. So I'm not going to go into detail of all relationship dynamics, but I'm going to speak specifically with romantic partnerships, committed, devoted partnerships. How, whether you're in a relationship and you're navigating these new soul identities coming to yourself and your partner, or if you are single and you are looking to pair with another person, how this may shift how you approach dating and courting. Okay, so I want you to envision the soul is like a kaleidoscope in that there's many brilliant facets and colors and layers to the perfect, whole, and complete version of you, which is your soul. And with this new soul identity, we're experiencing a new pattern, a new imprint, a new identity of our soul. It's still just as true as parts of your soul that have been activated before. It's just a new way of feeling, being, expressing, and integrating with your life. And so when we are partnered and we experience this spiritual awakening and this ascension into a new soul identity, it changes the way we relate to each other. It changes the way we view one another. It changes our desired expectations, attachments of one another. There's inappropriate attachments and expectations, and then there's appropriate attachments and expectations and relationships, of course. So it can cause for you to want to release inappropriate expectations and attachments, relieve yourself of codependencies. It's a time of deep awareness and enlightenment for yourself as an individual, as well as in your relationships with others. And so really, at the core right now, this new soul identity is acting as a waymaker and a blessing to uplift ourselves as individuals, but also in how we interact with each other as human beings here on earth. And so we know that in order to change society, we have to start within. We have to start within how we relate and connect and embody consciousness within ourselves. And then the second tier is how we interact with our beloved, how we interact with our loved ones, with the people that take up space in our intimate lives. And so last year in 2024 was all about really rehabbing and working with our personal consciousness. And then this year we are being called as Lightworkers to look at how we interact in our intimate relationships. And it doesn't necessarily have to be our romantic relationships. Perhaps you're not partnered and you don't desire to be partnered right now. So you would be looking at people within your innermost circle and who you're engaging with on a spiritual and or emotional intimate level. So things you may be experiencing and can expect to experience this year is kind of on the difficult side. You may be experiencing increased irritability and dissatisfaction and less patience when it comes to things that you feel you just need to be done with. And so you may find yourself having these deep, these epiphanies and these deep sensations of wanting to remove yourself from certain relationships. And perhaps consciously in the past, you had the awareness cognitively or consciously or mentally, but now there's almost like this energetic, I call it like a soul rush in experience, where almost like your body, your soul just drops into your body and just moves you in the direction very powerfully. And so a lot of people may be experiencing these breakdowns and breakthroughs as breakups, and you may be experiencing separation or divorce. I'm noticing with my clients and with loved ones that the peace, the sacred and beauty, the sacredness and beauty of this new soul identity coming in and reframing how we're interacting with one another is that the radical change that's taking place is almost feeling like there's a deep sense of peace and hopefulness with it. And so I think that is a telltale sign that the soul is rushing in and making the moves, because when we make choices from our minds, we sometimes question, well, is this based on fear? Is this based on doubt? And so it can be difficult to move forward with life choices and decisions, especially a big life decision like to separate or divorce or to move on from a relationship. But across the board, I'm noticing just this new soul identity is downloading within us this imprint of what is in the highest and best interest of all. And it's a powerful, almost miraculous energy, wave of energy, like spiritual energy coming in and acting as a blessing in our lives, even if it goes hand in hand with a major shift in your life and your relationship. So if you are in the midst of a separation or a divorce or contemplating this, I just want to take a deep breath with you and be with you in that space of both grief and hopefulness. And I hope that you can relax and relieve yourself of the need to control and to surrender to your soul to rush in and to move you in the direction that is of the highest and best for you, for your loved ones, for your family. Okay? So if you are partnered and for you have the awareness, whether it's intuitive or consciously, in your heart and mind and spirit, that you are well partnered and that this healing soul rush in, change and shift in your marriage or partnership doesn't, it does not require separation or divorce, but simply shift and change, then what you may be experiencing is having the courage to lean into conversations that are radically authentic and true, and not that you necessarily held yourself back before based on not feeling like fully authentic or expressed, but now you're having a deeper awareness, clarity, and download from this new soul identity coming in. And this soul rush in experience is to speak a truth, make a request, make changes, and to really work hand in hand with your partner, not to dismantle or deconstruct the relationship, but to build a new connection and a new intimacy together. So my counsel for you, if you find yourself in that experience, is to focus less on these are the things that we've been doing and how we've behaving that are not right, and we need to do this. Focus less on what you want to move away from and point your energy with your partner on these new incredible downloads and imprints that you're seeing for yourself, that you're seeing for your partner, and how you can come together and cultivate new forms of intimacy. In that way, we are focusing not on a detoxification, but allowing of new nutrients to come in and flood the system. And when we allow new energy to come in and we focus on that positive energy, the lower vibrational energy just gets teased out. It just naturally gets washed away. And so this is a time to be putting your focus on hope across the board, whether you're going through a breakup or you're in the midst of breakthroughs with your partner. Hope is key. Keeping yourself centered in a deep sense of hopefulness for yourself, for your beloved, and for your family, and for your future. Let me see if there's anything else from our guides. How this is going to be shifting relationships. It's really a way to take responsibility and view your life right now as an opportunity to awaken to a greater sense of awareness for yourself. Promote more conversation within your life, both with yourself and with your partners, about how you're changing and you're becoming new, and speak more from a place of personal experience versus just pointing the finger and observing and naming what your partner is working on or what they're ascending to. That can be very helpful, because ultimately we know that the health and well-being of a partnership, of a relationship, is dependent upon the individual health of each participant. And so we want to take full advantage of this new soul identity that is happening. It can feel, as you're getting this download of your new soul identity, it can feel as though you're really disconnected from your partner. And so you can trust that in this process of these downloads, you're both going through massive growth spurts. You're both having epiphanies and levels of clarity that are a lot to integrate with. And so best to allow yourself to be in that space of imprinting on that soul, on that part of that new part of your soul, rather than attempting to remedy this feeling of spiritual separation during this growth spurt as a means for you to seek your partner and say, like, we need to be close and we're not close and I feel scared because we're moving in different directions. You're not moving in different directions right now. You're just simply both going through an ascension process, and it has to be done individually so that then you can reintegrate, re-fall in love, and cultivate a new level of spiritual connection and emotional intelligence and all of those wonderful things. So allow yourself to have your own experience and be witness to your partner's experience, and share the changes that you're experiencing from a place of patience and from a place of allowing shift and change to transpire. I hope this supports you on your path of awakening and ascending and imprinting on your new soul identity, and with how you're navigating these changes in your relationship, whether that is the change of a new beginning, where you're lovingly letting each other go, or you're ascending into a new way of connection, a new way of connecting, and a new way of being together. Many blessings to you all, and I'll see you in the next video.